Hi everybody, Teresa McGallagher here with some more suggestions for how you can survive and thrive during this lockdown quarantine period that we're all faced with. This is my 25th video on free, easy to implement things that you can try to improve your mindset and raise your vibration. And I have spoken before about affirmations, how important it is to think positive thoughts and to train your mind to think positively. And you can do this by paying close attention to the things that you say out loud, the things that you say to other people, and also the things that you say to yourself. That is so important, and many people do not realize the effects of positive thought. So you can do affirmations just talking to yourself out loud, and you can also do them by writing them down in a journal. But today I decided to talk about a specific form of affirmations that Louise Hay came up with called mirror work. And before I address that, I just want to tell you a little bit about Louise Hay in case you're not familiar with her, because I find her to be such an inspirational mentor. She was born in 1926 and she passed away a couple of years ago in 2017 at the age of 90. She passed very peacefully in her sleep, and she had a really crazy life with a very eventful life, I should say, with a lot of ups and downs. She started out really rough, born into a poor family in California, and her mother married a man, her stepfather, who was abusive towards her, and then she was raped when she was 5 years old and became pregnant in high school, ended up giving birth, dropping out of high school, and giving her infant daughter up for adoption when she was only 16 years old. So after she left high school, she moved to Chicago and took a series of low-paying jobs and eventually found her way to New York City in her 20s, where she became employed as a model. And she was a very successful model. She was a very attractive lady, tall and elegant, and she did very well and married Mr. Hay. But she was devastated after 14 years of marriage when her husband left her for another woman. So what she says when she recounts this story is that even though she had the worldly success of a good career, modeling and making money and traveling, inside she still had very low self-worth, and her husband eventually left her for someone who really loved themselves. So about this time, she was drawn to the teachings of the Church of Religious Science, and this was in the 1970s. And there she learned about affirmations and positive self-talk and became a practitioner, and eventually wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Life. And I have a copy of her book, Heal Your Body, A to Z, that I use frequently if I'm ever not feeling well or friends or family members aren't feeling well. You can look up metaphysical causes for different kinds of illnesses in this book to see what thought patterns you might want to correct. So Louise Hay herself became very ill with cervical cancer. She was told that it was incurable, and she used this methodology, this self-love and affirmations, to cure herself from cancer. And then later on in the 1980s, she went on to work with AIDS patients and had a very successful volunteer endeavor working with AIDS patients. And then in her late 1950s, she founded Hay House, which today is the biggest publisher of self-help books and metaphysical books and New Thought types of work in the world. So she found a lot of success, and one of the things that she taught in particular with AIDS patients was doing affirmations with a mirror. She called it mirror work. You can find videos of her doing this on YouTube, and she would encourage them to hold up a little mirror like this in front of their face and then talk to themselves in a very kind and approving way. You can do it this way. I like to do it in front of my bathroom mirror in the morning, and frequently, if you observe the thoughts that you're having, you will find that we often speak to ourselves very disparagingly when we see ourselves in the mirror. we will make comments to ourselves mentally like, you need to lose weight, or, this thing is wrong, your hair looks messy, whatever it is. We'll find fault with ourselves, and instead of focusing on all of our good qualities, we will focus on our flaws. So mirror work is a very powerful tool for allowing you to become friends with yourself, to feel better about yourself, and to learn to love yourself, which a lot of us don't learn when we're young, because we are expected to act a certain way to meet the approval of others, our parents, our teachers, whoever it is that we're surrounded by. And often if those people don't love themselves, it's impossible for them to give us unconditional love. So we have to learn to do it for ourselves as adults. And mirror work is a powerful tool for learning to nurture the inner child. So you just hold your mirror up and you say, hey, how are you doing? It's great to see you. I love you and I appreciate you so much. I think you're looking fabulous today. I think you're doing great things in the world. I think you deserve to be happy, and so on. You get the idea. And that's what I have to share with you today. Louise Hay's gift to the world, mirror work and positive affirmations, and how they can change your life. So I'd love to hear your comments. If you want to leave a message for me down below, drop it on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. And feel free to send me any questions you might have about this or any other metaphysical topics, and I'll be sure to respond. Hope you have a lovely evening. Namaste.